Okay, hello guys to another video. I just kind of recorded all of this video and then realised that my microphone wasn't plugged in, which is really gay. Basically, gonna try and keep this video kind of short because there's a lot more in this update than initially meets the eye. But Nuke has been put into active duty matchmaking, which the majority of the community kind of knew was going to happen. I mean, we all kind of knew it was going to happen. It was fairly obvious. But in order for them to do this, they had to remove a map from active duty matchmaking, or the active duty map pool, because pro players need an odd number of maps to play on. So the veto process, where they ban maps that they don't want to play in any one particular game, can be done evenly between the two teams. So, for example, let's say that ninjas in pajamas ban Overpass because they don't want to play Overpass, and then we can say that Navi will ban, I don't know, Cash because they don't want to play Cash because Nip's really good on Cash. Then Ninjas might ban Dust 2 because Navi's really good on Dust 2. And Navi might ban, I don't know, Cobblestone. That's 4 maps already exited the map, which only leaves 3 left. So at this point, generally a random map will be selected out of the 3 remaining. But if not, and it's a best of 3, then those are the 3 maps that would be played, except they'd only veto 1. For instance, Nip would ban Dust 2, and Navi would ban Mirage, and then Nip might pick Cobblestone, and Navi would pick Train, and then they would ban 2 more maps, and then all of a sudden you got the last map, which is kind of, you know, how it rolls. So they only need 7 maps in the active duty matchmaking. So in order to do this, they got rid of Inferno, which is, at least in, you know, Nuke had some major problems. Inferno didn't really have any major problems, neither did any of the other matchmaking ones, to be fair, but this could mean that there is a revamp coming. So I'm not too worried about it. Of course, I'm worried about what's actually going to happen to this classic map that we all love. But yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. Cash, I think, has also received an update, but I'll have to have a look at that. But right, on to Mirage quickly. Apparently, there's some vandalism somewhere now. Well, it just in the change logs, you can have a look at the change logs on blog.counterstrike.net, which is the official CSGO site. It says about some vandalism somewhere, so let's go find some vandalism. I don't remember these being here, to be honest, but then I don't play Mirage very often. Okay, right, so things like this are definitely new. Those are definitely new. Oh, that's new. That's really new right there. Ha, right, okay, this is brilliant. This is actually a reference, oops, if I get my up. In the last CSGO major MLG Club, as I'm sure many of you are aware, Luminosity has one of the greatest comebacks I've ever seen against Liquid twice in a row, and one of the maps was Mirage, and Cold Zero jumping shots with Theo and got a collateral, and this completely changed the match. This was the start of Luminosity's comeback to win the map and the series. It was spectacular. So that's awesome that CSGO guys at Valve have decided to put that in. Other things they've added, trying to see if they've like made any additions to walls to make you see people better. Doesn't look like it. We can still go around the map, have a little look. While we can talk about another change that's come in, and this is Prime accounts. This comes at no extra cost to any one CSGO player, but it does require a phone number, and that phone number can only be used on one account. Now this could be the answer to a lot of our problems that we've been having with cheaters. I don't remember that being there, but I don't pay attention to these things. This definitely seems more open, and I never pay attention to it. Yeah, because we've had problems with these are definitely new. There's no need for those, but yeah, why not? Yeah, we've had a problem with cheaters and smurfs for a long time at pretty much all ranks, one or the other, or both. This is going to solve a lot of the problems. If you switch to Prime account, you will be hooked up with other players with Prime accounts, presuming enough people have it. Now, this is only an experiment, so it might not work. But, in theory, I can't do that jump. In theory, if everybody does that, then one, cheaters aren't going to last much longer, because as soon as they get banned, they cannot put their phone number on another account, which is really good, like really good. Another bonus is that Smurfs will not be able to use it on their high ranked players will not be able to use it on their alt accounts. So if you haven't got it, you'll still come up against Smurfs and up against cheaters. If you have got it, you might still get some Smurfs and cheaters for a while, especially if they got multiple phone numbers. But this does solve a lot of the issues that we've been having, and I'm so grateful that Valve actually decided to do this, because yeah, I mean, they could have just put out another flag ban waving it and say, oh, there we go, we sorted a bit for you. They've actually solved a problem that we've had for a long time, which is really awesome. That Valve is actually listening to the community and saying we need to come up with a solution to these cheaters, and they are experimenting. Please bear in mind that Valve is experimenting with this new way of dealing with cheaters, which is good. Right, so we've seen a bit of the new artwork and a few of the other things that have been done on this map, which is awesome. Don't think there's anything else. I haven't noticed anything else while running around. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've changed anything. So let's just go ahead. It doesn't say anything about cache. But we'll go back to the main menu, and I'll just quickly read over exactly what. Oh, I can't read the page anymore. Thing anymore. As you can see here, my thing is Prime Account Beta. You'll have a box up here that you can read it, and then you can click. Oh, sorry. You can click upgrade at the bottom, and yeah, I mean, you should be able to see this browser right now. So you can see it doesn't actually say added main menu UI to register for a new beta. It doesn't give us any actual info, so I went in game and had a look at it, and that's what it was. Did adjust some specs to graphics, nothing major. Tulip has received some various bugs and exploit fixes. Mirage received that new, those new little things. Moved Nuke into the active duty map group, which is what I said, and they've put Inferno into the reserves. Operation Wildfire updated the mission Yonk to use Santoni instead of Nuke. Don't know why, because they can, and some other various things which you can read by just coming onto the site blog.counterstrike.net and clicking the updates, and it will tell you everything that you need to know. Of course, you can't actually see any of that because for some reason my Fraps is not picking up the in-game browser that I'm using. But yeah, I mean, this is blog.counterstrike.net. This page is, and then just click updates and it's going to bring it up for you. So I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. I don't think there's anything else to cover. So you know what, enjoy the rest of your days, enjoy the rest of your matchmaking, and I really hope that this works for all of our sakes, and I'll see you in the next one.